Hey, last call, Keggles Bike Shop. You guys will have parade lap today. Anybody hanging out down by the bike shop down there? Keggles Bike Riders, parade lap coming up here in a second. Well, real quick, guys, motos are live. RockfordBMX.com. Motos are live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we join Keggles Bike Shop for today's parade lap. Oh, yeah, let's hear it for Keggles Bike Shop. We went the whole lap without Meow Meow getting her tail caught in anybody's front wheel. Hey, riders' parents, listen up for today's riders' meeting. Oh, yeah, guys, thanks for coming out today. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful Sunday here at the Rock. Appreciate y'all being in the house. First go around, you can start heading on back to staging. Give us a couple minutes to get situated up here, and we'll be ready to go. Guys, big week next week, Midwest Nationals. On our Facebook page, we've got a pinned post. All your information and details regarding Midwest Nationals is right there on the pinned post. Be sure to read that. A lot of different times and different flow of events. So be sure you read all that information, guys. Take some notes, get prepared. Thursday, all-day practice, and, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, your 2025 Midwest Nationals. So check that out on Facebook. Also, Beginners League. I'm sure you saw the post circulating. June 17th, Beginners League's getting started out here, session 2. So grab a friend, grab a neighbor, grab somebody from down the street, bring them on out to Beginners League, guys, June 17th. Session 2 going down June 17th, 5:30. Yeah, guys, if you're not back there already, head on back to staging. 44 years, and I grew a mustache for the first time, and not a single person acknowledged it out here yet, including John Bross. Where's your mustache at? Hey, where's your mustache at? I'm being about it. You're talking about it. I'm being about it. All this fighting crime lately has got me fired up, man. All right, looks like Moto 1 locked and loaded up there. Looking for Nelly B. Thumbs up. We're ready to go. 7-8 local open, locked and loaded, and here we go. No, yeah, gate is down, and we're rolling out here. 7-8 local open, Moto 1 on the track right now. Bross, James, Denson, Simmons, and Lightning Lily nailing out there as we roll on into turn 1. That's got to be the Hunter. Tarn James doing what he does. Coming down that 2 straightaway, looking for two riders moving on. We got Meow Meow in the mix out there in the 2 spot. She take her tail off. All right, good. That tail is nothing but wind drag. That's all it is. Coming down that 3 straightaway, Denson going to give Meow Meow a run here down that 3 straight in the final turn. Oh, Denson's going to move up to that 2 spot. So we head down the back straightaway. The Hunter, Tar, James, Denson trying to hold on to that second qualified spot. Meow Meow hot on his heels, trying to take it back. As we come on back to the stripe, Denson's going to lock up that second qualifying spot out of Moto Numero Uno. Well, we got Mackay Manley in the house. I haven't seen Mackay out here in a while. 9-10 local open, rack 1 of 2 getting situated up there. This one's going to have an 8-wide main event gate. Here we go. Porter, Reyes, Chow, Bilal, and the Marley man, Marley Bauer. Somebody in the wrong gate up there. We're looking for Lucas Bilal. 3-bike of Lucas Bilal. Chaos Racing colors. There we got him. Guys, shout out to Nelson Brown, always keeping us organized and situated up there. Best in the game, Nelly. Lucky to have you. All right, Moto 2 locked and loaded up there. Porter, Reyes, Chow, Bilal, and Bauer. Here we go. Gate comes crashing down. All 3-bike jumping out of that gate in a hurry. Heading down the Rockford drop. Into that first turn. Let's see who's got the whole shot going on here. I see Bilal on the outside. Oh, Marley man. A little slingshot move on the inside. Marley man jumping out front. We head down that 2 straightaway. 14 bike in the inside. That's Flash Reyes out there, guys. Hammond, Indiana in the house. Yeah, leading the charge on that 3 straightaway in the final turn. We got Greenville, Wisconsin. Now we got Hammond, Indiana out there. Yeah, Marley man trying to hold on to that second spot. Here we go across the line to the stripe. 3 bikes getting it done. That's Bilal. Moving on in with Reyes out of Moto 2. Nice run. 3 out there, second rack in 9-10 local open. Hamilton, Gustafson, Foley, and Hoover. Yeah, 34 bike. Sage Hoover representing Madtown out there in the top spot. Coming down that 3 straightaway, looking for 2 more. Again, this one will be 8 wide here in 9-10 local open come main event time. Heading down that back straightaway, I see Gold Cup colors in the 2 spot. Adam Foley out there. Crown Point, Indiana in the house coming on through. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. 34 in the Gold Cup 3. Hoover, Foley moving on through out of Moto 3. 4 out there, 11-12 local open. Nayland, Schwartz, Stewart, and Ortigason. Looking at 1, I got boosted colors coming down that final turn in the back straightaway. Rocket Ray, he's going to turn on the turbo here and see if he can catch Nayland. Cross the line to the stripe we go. The 44 Nayland taking that one and only out of Moto 4. 5 out there. 13-14 local open. Dahl, Rivera, Gray, Lee, and more. Yeah, it's got to be Lee out there. Hot rod on the State 4, leading the charge on that 3 straightaway in the final turn. Mangler colors in that 2 spot. I think that is Caleb Dahl out there as we head down the back straightaway, charge to the stripe. State 4 on the 1 bike. Lee and Dahl both moving on out of Moto 5. 6 out there, 15-16 local open. Niesman right, Dahl, Imormino. Around the tower turn we go. Gets right out there leading the charge. Fly zone style as he brings it on into that final turn. Christopher Wright out there, 964 bike, trying to hold on to that one and only out of Moto 6 out there. Kerry Callis, you're on the wrong side of the fence. Come on, man. 800 Girls Cruiser out there, Moto 7, Ninehouse, Henderson, and Henderson. Yeah, it's going to be the 2 bike out there leading the charge. It's got to be Flora Henderson, Isla out there in the 2 spot. Riley Ninehouse. Deerfield, Wisconsin in the house. I'm seeing a lot of Wisconsin names up here. Shout out to all of our friends from up north coming down, racing the rock with us. Appreciate you guys. 2 bike coming on through. That's Flora Henderson. Going to get the low point out there. 3 bike of Isla Henderson with a 2. And Riley Ninehouse. I think it's her first time at Rockford, Riley. Welcome. Good to have you. 1720 Women's Cruiser out there, Moto 8. Henderson, Shanahan, and Wynn. That's got to be Shanahan leading the charge on that back straightaway. Henderson out there in the 2 spot. And that's Wynn out there in the 2 spot. Coming back this way, Henderson's going to give a good run here to try to take that 2 spot away. Oh, goes right on by the 1 bike. Henderson's going to take the 2. Wynn's going to get a 3 out there in Moto 8. Moto 9, 2130 Women's Cruiser. Barnes, Melton, Basage. It's got to be Basage out front right now. Melton in that 2 spot. Barnes sitting 3. Single file they go. I think that's how we'll end up here. Moto 9. Basage, Melton, Barnes, 1, 2, 3. 10 out there, 9 Cruiser, James Foley, Wallace, and Flash Reyes. A couple of these guys, I think all these guys just got off the track. Right back out there in Cruiser. They'll be back out there in class. So load up on the carbs, boys. Coming down that 3 straightaway into the final turn, looking at one spot up for grabs here as we bring it on home. Gold Cup colors. Adam Foley out front right now. He's going to cross the line, bring it on through to the stripe. Foley taking that one and only out of Moto 10. 11 out there, 10 Cruiser, Hertel, Wallace, and Ninehouse. Coming down that 3 straightaway. I got Fly Zone colors out there. The Menace. When are we going to get Skylar's dad out there in a moto is the question at hand. That's the question at hand. I heard like 3 laughs over here. No, yeah, good run to the stripe. Here we go. State 1. Going to hold on to it. That's Hertel. And Wallace got the 2. Ninehouse got a 3 out there on a Moto 11. 16 Cruiser on the track right now. One-way moto in the house. Hell yeah, one-way drag race. 3 bike out there. 1 bike's going to get the 2 and the 17 bike the 3. Hey, 5 and under novice riders, we need you guys in staging. I think we're missing a handful of you back there. 5 and under novice riders, looking for you in staging, guys. Moving on, 4650 Cruiser, Fortner, Andrews, Bertram Jr., Meekum, Candyman Barnes, and Andrews looking at 2. The Mangler's in there, followed by Fortner on the 668 bike. Yeah, 14 out there, 5660 Cruiser, Pulaski, Wright, Melton, Langer, and Hanson. Kegel's Bike Shop color, it's got to be Melton out there. Yeah, around that tower turn we go. 29 bike out there in the 2 spot, Stephen Wright trying to hold on to the 2. He's got company charging, back straight Pulaski. Oh, he's going to turn it up here on that back straightaway. Wright trying to hold on to the 2. Right now it's all Melton. As we come back this way to the tower, Melton's in there looking like Wright. Pulaski's charging. 29 bike of Wright. Going to hold on to that second qualifying spot on a Moto 14. 5 and under novice, guys. 10 riders showing up. That'll be a full gate in the mains. First rack of 2 up there. Wallen, Scaduto, Vians, Nelson, Shornack. We are rolling. Man, look at that. 516 bike just gone out of that gate. It's got to be Hurricane Josie. Hurricane Josie coming down that first straightaway looking for the whole shot. Cruising on into turn 1. She's got company on the outside. Look at that. Man, got the berm carves going. Pumping right into that turn. She's got company on the inside. Here comes the 556 bike. Oh, no. 556 rubbing bars down that 2 straightaway. Man, bump and run out there. That's Jamison Nelson. Coming down the 3 straightaway. They're bar to bar moving on into that final turn. 5 and under novice. First rack of 2 out there right now. And again, we're looking for 2 moving on to that main event. Let's see what's going on that back straightaway. Hurricane Josie, Twisted Racing, taking care of business down there in the back straightaway. Well, they're going to drag race it out for the bragging rights. Hurricane Josie and Jamison Nelson. Yeah, they're both moving on. Jamison, we got to get you pedaling, buddy. We got to get you pedaling all the way. Whew. Second rack out there, 5 and under novice. Oh, yeah, should have Campton, Newton, Crocker, Embry, and Hayward. Yeah, around that tower turn we go. I see Hayward out there. I see Leo Embry in that 2 spot. Again, room for 2. 2 more moving on to the show as we head to that final turn. Man, guys, 5 and under novice. It'll be 8 wide in the mains, 8 wide. We got another bar-to-bar battle going on here. Top 2 moving on. I see Embry up there, 552. Embry going to cruise on through with a 198 bike. Emerson Hayward moving on with Embry. 17 out there, 6 novice. Nayland Foster and Giles. It's Lightning Lily on the gas down that 3 straightaway. Arlo Wild out there in the 2 spot. We got Giles in the 3. As we head down that 3 straightaway to the final turn. Lightning Lily leading the charge out of that final turn on the back straightaway. Arlo Wild out there in the 2 spot as we bring it back this way to the stripe. Lightning Lily cruising on through with Arlo Wild out there in the 2 spot and the 562 Jackson Giles. 1, 2, 3 out of Moto 17. 18 out there, 7 novice. Granados, Lance, Helser, and Scootin' Newton. Getting out of that final turn. John Bross, you get to the pits right now. You get to the pits right now and get that mustache. They got some scissors and concessions you can borrow. Yeah, 239 coming on back. Racing Grayson Lance. He's going to grab that one and only qualifying spot there. Out of Moto 18, we got 19 on the track right now. This is 8 novice, Simmons, Shornack, Kempton, and Tubbs. Meow Meow lead the charge one more time. I heard Meow Meow is showing up to win the Midwest Nationals this year. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Coming on that back straightaway, Meow Meow, TCB on the 33. He's going to cruise on through with that one and only here out of Moto 19. Meow Meow has developed quite the race pace, and I bet her dad knows nothing about that. Racing for pinks off the line over there on East Riverside. 9 novice. Moto 20 out there, O'Leary, Rodriguez, Hoshiguchi, Fahey, Hall, and Roby. Yeah, in and out of that final turn. Looking at top two moving on. Yeah, across the line and to the stripe, 143 moving on through with, it looks like, the 548. Oh, close race there, Fahey and Rodriguez. Jace, you better stay on that gas pedal. That's all I'm saying. 11 novice out there, 21. Manley, Fixamer, Tim, Rader, and Kruger. Oh, yeah, around that tower turn down the 3 straight. I got Fly Zone colors out there. Fly Zone colors on the top spot. Again, looking at top two moving on. It's a state plate out there. Bella Tim, state 5. Tim's cruising on through. We got a good battle here for the second qualifying spot. Cross the line to the stripe. 42. Mia Manley. It's good to see Mia and Mackay back out here. They haven't been here in a few weeks. 12 novice out there, Moto 22. Newton, Spate, Ortigas, and Hayward, and Patzer. And looking at 2 more, top 2. Moving on to the show here as we head down that back straightaway. That's got to be a beginner's league plate out there. Caleb Ortigas, and Caleb showing up. I knew that guy was going to be fast. He's in there with a 1 and 2, followed by the 234. Jackson Hayward moving on out of Moto 22. 23 out there, 15 novice, Crane, Velarde, and Wallen. I heard Alexander Crane, he's going to learn the national anthem on bass. He did it once on guitar, guys. If we get a drummer out here, where's Stella Pearson at? Rocket Ray on the vocals. Full band national anthem. That's going to be the goal by the end of the year. Full band anthem out here. Velarde is going to get a 2 and Wallen a 3 out of Moto 23. Meow, meow. I heard you were going to show up and win the Midwest Nationals this year. Yeah? 17-20 novice out there, Wallen, Wynn, and Russell. Coming back this way, 267. Colin Russell's in there with a low point. Wynn's going to get a 2, and the Hornet, Hudson Wallen, will get a 3 out there at a 24. 25 on the track, 26-35 novice, Vyans, Lance Nelson. Squirrely Willie out there in the top spot. Yeah, buddy. Look out. He will end up on top of the tower one of these laps. Squirrely Willie, top of the tower. Aim for it next time. Don't aim for it next time. Nelson's going to get a 2 and Lance a 3 out there to Moto 25. 26 on the track. 36-40 novice, Falzone, Dirth Horwich, and Tuggle out there. Yeah, headed down that 3 straight away. See you, Meow Meow. Go take a chill. Coming on that back straightaway again, total points here. 36-40 novice through 212 bike. Dirth Horwich going to get a low point out there. Looking like the 527, Falzone with a 2, Tuggle with a 3 out of Moto 26. 27 out there, 46-50 novice. Hanson, Barnes, Rodriguez, and Olszewski. Candyman Barnes rounding that 2-turn, headed down the 3 straightaway. Looking at 1, room for 1, and Candyman Barnes is making it happen out there in the top spot as we head into that final turn. Candyman Barnes coming on back this way. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. Candyman Barnes taking that 1 and only out of 27. 28 out there, 6 inner. Rogers, Nusser, and Bross. Guys, Saucy Brossy turned intermediate yesterday down in Farmer City. First intermediate race out here at the Rock. And, man, he's hanging. Yeah, Rogers out there in the 2 spots. Going to be Nusser out there. Bentley Nusser, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. A shout out to the Nusser family for coming down, racing the Rock with us. In and out of that final turn, Miracle Girl out there in the 2 spot, going to try to reel him in down that back straightaway. Lots of track left to go. Across the line to the stripe. Here she comes, charging. 67 bike Nutzler's going to hold on to it. Rogers. Saucy Brossy in there. Nice job, Owen. First intermediate race. Good job, buddy. 7 inner out there, Moto 29. Dempson Rogers win. Rainey Wagner and the Mini Locomotive. Oh, Mini Locomotive leading the charge out there. She's got company. Company on the outside, looking at top two moving on there, bar to bar for the bragging rights, across the line to the stripe. 115 and the 18 moving on. Keep an eye on that main event there in 7 intermediate. Whoo! 30 out there, 9 inner, Gustafson, Barnes, Wallace, Moore, and Zimmerman. Yeah, bar to bar up front here, moving on into the final turn. Oh, outside the line, just throws on the blinker. Man, is that the Gap Man? That's a state one for a reason out there. Gap Man leading the charge, coming back this way. Nice riding out there, Gap Man. 195 bike. Backflip Gustafson. Moving on with a 2-2. 10 inner out there, 31. Ninehouse, Farr, Chow, and Williams. Yeah, another bar-to-bar battle down that 3 straightaway. Final turn, seeing some action out here today. Yeah, coming back this way, Williams, 217 bike, trying to pull the trigger here across the line, to the stripe, here we go! Oh, 217, Zayden Williams. Man, making it happen out there. 12 inner, 32 on the track right now, looking at Lane, Pitzman, Myers, Anderson, and Reich. Well, good to see Cam Jam Reich back out here. Haven't seen him in a couple weeks. It's got to be Easton Myers up front right now, coming on that back straightaway. Myers going to cruise on through with a 1. We got room for one more. Hawk Lane charging. Hawk Lane getting it done out there. Out of 32. 33 in the track right now, 13 inner. Total points race here, Manley, Zimmerman, and Scaduto. Yeah, it's good to see Mackay Manley back out here. He's got things going his way. Oh, Zimmerman moves up front. Zimmerman coming on that back straightaway. Zimmerman trying to lock in that low point. Manley out there with a 2, and that's how it'll go. Zimmerman's going to get that low point out there. Manley with a good race there. We'll get a 2, and Speed Queen with a 3. Out of Moto 33. 34 out there, 15 inner. Bruner, Barnes, Niesman, Rivera, Manahano, Niesman. Out front right now, we got Shark Bait on his right wing, coming down that back straightaway. Niesman, Rivera, 1 and 2. They're going to move it on through out of 34. 35 out there, 41, 45 inner. Scholes, Barnes, Fennessy. It's got to be Scholes out there. More Fly Zone colors on the top spots. 82 bike of Jeff Scholes lead the charge. Around that 2 turn we go. Barnes out there with a 2. Fennessy in the 3 spot. Barnes going to try to reel in Scholes down that back straightaway. I don't think he's going to get him, though. That's how it's going to go. Scholes, Barnes, Fennessy, 1, 2, 3. 36 out there, 56 and over inner right. Pulaski, Melton, and Bloom. Well, yeah, Blossom Bloom out there, 98 bike. Got Pulaski right there on the outside. Oh, Pulaski, he's just winding it up down that 3 straightaway. Here we go. Bloom in the top spot. Pulaski, we're looking at 1. Room for 1. We'll see what happens on that back straight. Bloom, Pulaski. Oh, here he comes. Cross the line to the stripe. Bloom's going to hold on to it. Pulaski almost had it. Man. Moving on into expert territory out there. James Denson, Imormino here. 8 expert on the track right now. Guys, second go-rounds, be ready to go back there. Second go-rounds, we're going to get to those right away after first go-round, guys. So be ready to go. The Hunter, Tarn James, coming back this way in the top spot. He's going to cruise on through with a low point here. Mangler colors on the 2. It's going to be the Rocket. Ooh, Denson right there in the 3. 9 expert, Foley, Porter, Hamilton, Schwartz. Yeah, we got Crown Point, Indiana out here. St. Charles, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I say Wisconsin like I'm from Northern Illinois, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Wisconsin. Gold Cup 3 coming on through. Adam Foley all the way here from Crown Point, Indiana, guys. Shout out to the Steel Wheels crew in the house. 10 inner, Hertel, Bilal, Imormino, Wallace, Bauer, and Hoover. In and out of that final turn we go. We got room for 2. Top 2 moving on. Yeah, let's see what happens here in the top spot. That's the 1 bike. The Pitbull's in there with the... Ooh. Lucas Palau got it at the stripe. Man. He gave it the stretch. Made it happen. 12 expert out there, Moto 40, Ceresa, Shanahan, Manuel Schwartz, Rocket Ray, and Nayland. Looking at top two moving on. 44 bike coming on through. It's going to be Liam Nayland out there with Rocket Ray and the 9 bike out of Moto 40. 41-14 expert, Lee, Dahl, Imormino, Moore, and Gray. Heading down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. It's got Mangler colors up there. Bentley, Imormino, Caleb Dahl. I think that's Caleb Dahl out there in the 1 bike with Hot Rod. Yeah, State 4 on the 1 bike moving on through. That's Dahl and Lee out of Moto 41. Whoa! 5 bikes off the track. Hunter Kimball, 15 expert out there. Ceresa, Farr, Lakota, and Henderson. Yeah, Kimball. Off that second straightaway, he's back moving. Coming down that back straight, factory 09 colors out there. K-bike moving on through. We got room for one more. That's going to be the 13 bike. Cobby Henderson making it happen out there in 42. 43, 16 expert, Imormino, Fennessy, Stewart, Adams, Scaduto, Schroba, and Dahl. It's going to be Eli Adams out there, 38 bike. Schroba on the move in that 2 spot. On the 42 bike, we got room for 3, guys. Top 3 moving on. In and out of that final turn, I got Mangler colors on the bubble in that 3 spot. Coming on back this way, Adams, 38 bike. He's going to cruise on in with a 1 of 3. The 3 bike and the 42 moving on with him. Dahl and Schroba out of 43. 44 out there, 17-20 expert. Gerke, Zanoni, Ferguson, and Arrington. 10 bike. It's got to be Alex Ferguson out there. Major shuts it down. Ferguson up front right now. And we're looking for 1. And it's going to go to the 10 bike. Alex Ferguson moving on out there. Automoto 44, 45, charging, 21-25 expert, Fortner, Passage, Wright, Harold, Manahano, Tubbs, and Nelson. Well, yeah, it's going to be the Cyborg out there with a whole shot coming on that 2 straightaway. Fortner out there, Fortner in the 2. Looking at 3, top 3 moving on as we charge down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. The Cyborg got things going his way, coming back to the stripe. Fortner out there with a 2. And again, we got room for 3, so that 105 bike's moving on. That's got to be Devin Nelson out of Friendship, Wisconsin. 46 out there, 41, 45 expert, Landine, Scaduto, and Zimmerman. Yeah, it's got to be Kirk Landine here from Santa Clarita, California, guys. Wow, Nag 4. Hey, welcome to Rockford, Dirk. Thanks for coming out, man. 55, Kirk, not Dirk. Well, I read his mind after I said that. He said, it's Kirk, not Dirk. Nice mustache. 51, 55, expert, Rundle, Yankee, and Melton. Yeah, it's got to be Melton leading the charge, coming down that back straightaway. Yankee in the 2, Rundle in the 3. Coming back this way to the stripe, that's how it's going to go. Melton, Yankee, and Rundle.
I was like, that's not right. Hey, Garrett, I need Bo Butler, Aiden Arrington, and Jackson Hanners.
Hey, Strider Riders, you guys are up. Looking for Bo Butler, Aiden Arrington, Jackson Hanners, guys. It's your time to shine. Strider Riders, head on up to the starting hill. Guys, Troy has got in the Red Roof building today a Chicken Jockey Rockford BMX Minecraft shirt. I kid you not, by request, Chicken Jockey Minecraft Rockford BMX t-shirt down there in the Red Roof building. And you're going to need a dry one by the looks of it. So, what's up, buddy? Looking fast out there. Look at everybody run to the t-shirt booth. Minecraft Chicken Jockey Rockford BMX collab t-shirt, guys, down in the Red Roof building. I got it on underneath here. Yep. It's going to be my dry shirt. Yeah, Strider's up there. Again, guys, second go-rounds. We're going to be going here pretty quick. So, second go-rounds. Motos are live. Be sure to refresh those browsers. RockfordBMX.com. Motos are live. All right, 10-4. Jackson Hanners and Aiden Arrington. We're going to go ahead and roll. What you got? Smiley E. Coyote, Nelson. Smiley Coyote's up there. Ellen Dirth Horwich. Bo Butler, Aiden Arrington, Jackson Hanners, and Bailey Moore. That's what we should have, and here we go. Well, yeah, gate is down, and we are rolling out there. Yeah, Smiley E. Coyote, Elo and Dirth Horwich jumping out front in a hurry. Moving on into that first turn. We got an orange mohawk out there. I think that's Bailey Moore out there in the 3 spot as we round that first turn and headed down the 2 straightaway. Smiley E. Coyote, a.k.a. Elo and Dirth Horwich out there in the top spot. Hell yeah, she's moving down that 2 straightaway into the tower turn. 385 out there, Elo and Dirth Horwich. Nelson, did you give her that nickname? Smiley E. Coyote? I think she's always smiling out there. Easy nickname. 443, Bo Butler. He's got the orange mohawk rocking out there, and that's got to be Bailey Moore coming on that 3 straightaway. Guys, second go-rounds be ready to go. We're going to run those pretty quick here. Second go-rounds, be ready to go. Yeah, still Smiley E. Coyote coming on that back straightaway. Butler out there with orange mohawk in the 2. Bailey Moore out there in the 3. Yeah, guys, second go-round. Start Horwich, Butler, and Moore out there. Nice job, guys. Guys, down in that red roof building, if there's something you want to see down there, say you need a shirt of your rider jumping over the moon, we can make that happen down there, guys. You dream it up. We can make it happen. Let us know. Let Troy down there in the red roof building know. I need a shirt with my rider on it. Yeah, head down there. Eli Adams, you need a shirt with you on it? I'd wear it. I'd wear one. Eli Adams, pro model. Hey, Eli, we'll make them $20. I'll keep 15, and then you get 5. Yeah, you got to pay for the marketing, man. You got to pay for the marketing. Yeah, guys, let us know if there's something you want to see down there in the Red Roof building. Maybe you need a signature model T-shirt for your rider. We're going to debut another MVP Pro Model T-shirt recipient today before the mains. So let us know down there, guys. Red Roof building. And again, second go-round. Start heading up now. All right, second go rounds. They are ready to go up there. Moto 178 Local Open. Once again, I just want to reiterate how disappointed we are in John Bross. He had one job today, show up with a mustache with his old friend Garrett, and he did not.
You got a trimmer up there?
Yeah, concessions. They got some old scissors from the 80s. Lisa's got a sharpening stone down there, guaranteed. She keeps the knife sharp down there.
I looked at it this morning, and I said, I'm doing this next to Garrett. Sarah goes, no, you're not. Yes, I am.
Sarah Bross, if you're in the house today, leave us alone. Hey, Tanner Hamilton, we need you in staging, guys. We're ready to go. Second go rounds. All right, 7-8 Local Open, Moto 1, locked and loaded up there. Second go rounds, here we go. All right, gate is down, and second go rounds, we are rolling out there. Moto 1, Bross, Simmons, and the Lightning Lily nailing out there. Yeah, coming down that first straightaway. It's got to be Meow Meow jumping out in front in a hurry. Simmons out there, 33, bike leading the charge on that 2 straightaway. Saucy Brossy out there in the 2 spot. And it's got to be Lightning Lily trying to reel him in, coming down that 3 straightaway. Yeah, Bross nailing 2 and 3. That's going to be the battle here for that second qualifying spot. Right now it's all Meow Meow. Mavis Simmons coming back this way to the stripe. She's going to be in there with a 1 and 2. Oh, Saucy Brossy going to try to hold on to it here. Here comes Lightning Lily. Oh, she's got a good run going across the line to the stripe. Ooh, who got it?
It was Owen. But you got to make sure.
Owen Bross. Owen, you got to make sure, buddy, you stay in a straight line after the stripe on the tabletop. So Bross is in there with Simmons. Try to stay in a straight line, buddy. I know you just turned intermediate. We're gonna let you work on it. Oh, they were combined. We're looking for Rocket Ray. Rocket Ray, we're looking for you in the gate, buddy. Okay. Nelson, his mom said, roll him. She's right behind me. Yeah, gate sound. Guys, Moto 2 and 3 came on by. Porter, Bauer, Hamilton, and Gustafson all made it through out of 2 and 3. 11-12 Local Open. It looks like they're going to have a boat ride. Rocket Ray is a no-show. So that's going to be Schwartz and Ortigason out there. Guys, both moving on through. Nice and easy out there. Yeah, 13-14 Local Open. Dahl. Nope. Rivera, Gray, and Moore out there. Coming on that first straightaway. Moore jumping out front in a hurry. Oh, yeah, triple manual out there. That guy's getting some skills. Moore coming on that 2 straightaway. Got a state plate in the 2 spot. State 6. That's going to be LC. LC Gray out there in the 2 spot. Coming on that 3 straightaway. Moore, Gray, 1 and 2. And that's what we're looking at. Top 2 moving on. So we bring it back this way to the stripe. That's how it's going to go. 53 and more. And the state 6 of LC Gray moving on out of Moto 5. 6 out there. 15-16 Local Open. Niesman, Dahl, and Mormino. Yeah, coming on that 3 straightaway. Mangler colors out there in the 2. That's Braden Imormino. Imormino on the top spot. Coming on that back straightaway. Mangler colors getting it done out there. 2 and 1 and 2. And Imormino and Dahl moving on out of Moto 6. 7 out there should have Ninehouse, Isla Henderson, Flora Henderson. Getting it locked and loaded up there. Well, yeah, gate is down, and we are rolling out there. Oh, Henderson outside. Henderson on both sides of the white line coming down that first straightaway. And into that first turn. First go around, I believe, Flora Henderson, 2 bike at the low point. She's got things going her way here down the 2 straightaway. 3 bike out there got a 2. That was Isla Henderson and 9 house. Got a 3, and we got a repito, a first go around here as we head down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go, folks. Flora Henderson, Isla Henderson, and Riley Ninehouse. 1, 2, 3 is how it'll finish up here in Moto 7. 8 out there, 1720 women's cruiser. First go around, Shanahan got the low point. The 8 bike. The Nag 8 bike, might I add. Got a good battle here going with Wynn and Henderson. Wynn in the 2 spot. Henderson went right on by her on that back straightaway first go around. We'll see what happens here. Shanahan going to get another low point. Here we go. Drag race to the stripe, one-way style. That 1 bike, the Star, going to cruise right on through. Wynn's going to get a 3 out of Moto 8. 9 out there, 2130 women's cruiser. Passage, Melton Barnes, we had first go around. And looks like we got the same thing going on here. Second go around, Passage, Melton Barnes, 1, 2, and 3. 9 cruiser out there, Moto 10. Got the Hunter, Tarn, James, Wallace, and Flash Reyes out there. Yeah, coming down that 2 straightaway, that's got to be the 14 bike out front right now. Flash Reyes here from Hammond, Indiana, guys. Coming down that 3 straightaway, that's got to be the Hunter out there. Tarn James looking for that second qualifying spot. As we bring it on back to the stripe again, top 2 moving on. Reyes leading the charge and still going to like the Hunter, Tarn James out there. Moving on through out of Moto 10. What was that, Nelson? Well, Hertel went over before the 30-foot line, so he's going to be moved to 3rd, I guess, here. So coming back this way, looking like the 713 is going to get the low point. The 253 will get a 2. Hertel got moved to 3rd for coming over before the 30-foot line. 16 cruiser out there, Moto 12. Henderson Moto, one-way colors out here. 1, 2, 3, first go around. The Storm on the 3 bike got the low point. Right now we got the 1 bike out front. That's got to be the Melanster out there. Look how tough they look. All black kits, just tough out there. Coming down that back straightaway. Again, the Melanster looking to even the score here, and he's going to get it done out there. 1 bike's going to get the low point. 3 bike, they'll be all tied up, 3 points each. Out of Moto 12. 13 out there, 4650 cruiser, Bertram Jr., Meekum, Andrews, and Candyman Barnes. Oh, yeah, it's got to be Meekum out there, 64 bike. And I'm just waiting for his daughters to just start going crazy for their dad out there, just screaming and jumping and doing cartwheels, and they are absolutely not at all. Meekum coming back this way. Oh, he's got Mangler out there, top 3 moving on. So Meekum's in there, Mangler's in there, and Bertram Jr. all moving on. Come on, Meekum girls. Where's the enthusiasm for Dad, man? Come on. I don't know what that is. I wouldn't want you doing that if I was racing out there. 5660 cruiser. Moto 14 out there, Pulaski, Langer, and Hansen coming on that 3 straightaway. Well, yeah, Pulaski's got a good run going here in and out of that final turn. Pulaski, yeah, he's going to ramp it up down that back straightaway. Across the line. To the stripe we go. Room for 2. Battles for the 2. 16's going to get it. Kevin Langer making it happen out there. Marshall, Wisconsin in the house. Yeah, 500 novice looking for 2 more to fill this gate up. 581 bike out front right now. Battle's going to be for the 2nd spot. Oh, Scaduto on the inside. Moves into 1st. Yeah, buddy. Wallen, Scaduto, Shornack out there battling. Anybody's race here. Top 2 moving on. That'll be 5 and 6, 7 and 8 are going to be right behind them here as we charge down that first straightaway in Moto 16. Got Campton, Newton, Crocker out there. But right now the battle's on the back straightaway here with Scaduto leading the charge on the 58 bike. Coming back this way to the tower, guys, 500 novice. This is going to be a main event to watch here today. Scaduto bringing it on through with the 5:45 of Shornack.
581, that's her very first race ever.
Oh, Evelyn Wallen. Guys, that downed rider in the back straightaway, that's her first race ever out here. Can we show her a little love, please? That's a 581 bike. That's Evelyn Wallen out there. We're going to get her back up to the pedals so she can finish out tough here. We'll give it a second. Yeah, coming back this way. Battles for those last 2 spots to fill the gate up 8 wide. Drew Campton's in there with the 547 of Oliver Newton moving on. And guys, we got Evelyn Wallen out there. When she hits that finish line, let's just make a ton of noise for her out here. This is her first race ever, guys, at the Rock. 581 bike. Evelyn Wallen coming across the line. She had a good run going out there. Great job, Evelyn. She's smiling about it. There's always next week, and next week is Midwest Nationals, so we'll see. Well, yeah, again, Campton and Newton made it out of 16, so that's your final 2 spots for that 8-wide main event and 5 and under novice. 6 novice out there. First go-around, Lightning Lily got the low point. We got Arlo Wild out there in the 2 spot. Jackson Giles out there in the 3. They're single file styled on that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Lightning Lily leading the charge. Arlo Wild out there, and Giles in the 3. Might have a little repeat here, first go-around as we bring it on back to the stripe. Lightning Lily, she's fast. Coming back this way, 26 bike. She'll get another low point out here. Oh, Giles has got a good run going. We're going to drag race to the stripe. Arlo Wild's going to get it done out there. Giles will get a 3 out of Moto 17. 18 out there, 7 novice. Granados, Helser, and Scootin' Newton. Top 2 moving on as we bring it down that back straightaway. Fly zone colors out there. I think that's Scootin' Newton. Yeah, coming back this way, scooting on into that main event. He's in there with a 1 of 2. The 215 bike, Scootin' Newton. Battles for the 2nd spot. Here comes that 3rd place rider. Oh, no! 3rd place rider! Julian Granados got it done at the line. Julian Granados, nice move. 8 novice out there, Shornack, Campton, Tubbs, Moto 19. Coming on that back straightaway, looking for 2, room for 2. Across the line we go. Yeah, 225's in there. Duncan Campton and the best dressed man in BMX. Yeah, Renly Tubbs out there, 262 bike. Moving on out of Moto 19, 20 out there, 9 novice. Should have O'Leary, Hirshiguchi, Hall, and Roby. Yeah, coming down that back straight away, looking for 3 more. I got a Beginners League jersey on the bubble out there coming back this way. Let's see what we got. Across the line to the stripe, we got the 541 in there. Roby, John on the 526 and the 533. John Roby, you're my favorite guy. He's my favorite guy out there. 11 novice out there looking at the Mechanic, Fixamer, Drama Raider, and Kruger. Top 2 moving on. As we head down that back straightaway, across the line we go. 664's in there, the Mechanic. He's getting things done out there with a 59 of Drama Raider. Moving on out of Moto 21. 22 out there, 12 novice, Newton, Spate, and Patzer. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. Look at this bar-to-bar battle up front. We're taking 2, but they are battling regardless out there for the bragging rights. A little bump, little run on that 3rd turn. Well, yeah, coming on back this way to the tower. Looks like the 130 bike and the 549 are moving on. Patzer and Spate moving on out of 22. 23 out there, 15 novice. First go around, Crane got the low point. Oh, he's got a good battle going on here with Velarde. Velarde's got the lead going. Here comes Crane. Oh, Crane turning up down that back straightaway, across the line to the stripe. Crane. He'll get it done out there. Velarde with a 2, Wallen with a 3. A repeat of first go-around there in Moto 23. 24, 17-20 novice. Looking at Russell, Wynn, and Hornet Wallen. First go-around, Colin Russell got the low point. Wynn got a 2. Wynn's got the lead going here, looking to tie it up. Yeah, coming back this way to the tower. Oh, 267 with a good run. Russell's going to go right on by. Take that low point. Wynn out there with a 2, and Hornet Wallen with a 3 out of Moto 24. 25 out there, 26-35 novice. Vians, Nelson, Lance. Squirrely Willie out there in the top spot. Coming on that back straightaway. Yeah, he's going to bring it on through Squirrely Willie style in the low point, 828 bike. Kyle Nelson will get the 2, and Lance will get a 3 out there on moto 25. 26, 36-40 novice. Looking at Dirth Horwich, Falzone, and Tuggle. Yeah, coming on that 3 straightaway. Not a qualifying race, a total points race out there. So Dirth Horwich getting it done out front one more time. Coming on that back straightaway. Falzone in the 2 and J.J. Tuggle in the 3. That's how it'll go. A little repeat of first go-round out of moto 26. 27 out there, 46-50 novice. Looking at Hanson, Rodriguez, and Olchevsky. Yeah, it's got to be Hanson, Rodriguez. Got a good battle going on up front. And I think that is how it's going to go down there. Hanson and Rodriguez moving through out of moto 27. 28 out there, 6 inner. First go-round, Bentley Nusser got the low point out there. And out of that first turn we go. Nusser got the low point. Right now, Rogers got things going her way down that 2 straightaway. Nusser back there in the 2 spot. Saucy Brossy out there in the 3 as we head down that 3rd straightaway. Right now it's all Miracle Girl Rogers out there. She's looking to tie it up here, 3 points each. Rogers got a good run going on that back straightaway. Here comes Nusser. Let's see if she can hold on to it. Nusser, no, got a good back straightaway going on here across the line. The charge to the stripe. 15 bikes going to hold on to it. All tied up with Rogers and Nusser. Man. 29 out there, 7 inner. Looking at the Wrath, Rogers, Win, and Rainey Wagner out there. Just when you thought she couldn't get any scarier, she goes and gets a nickname like the Wrath. Man. Rogers coming back this way, the Wrath, she's in there. That's looking like the 118 bike taking that 2nd qualifying spot. Chase Rainey Wagner in there with the Wrath. Layla Rogers. Yeah, moving on, moto 30 out there, 9 inner. Barnes, Moore, and Zimmerman. Crafty Kins. Yeah, she just turned intermediate not too long ago. She's got things going her way. She brings it on back to the stripe. Battles for that 2nd qualifying spot. 21, Tristan Barnes. 10 inner out there, moto 31, 9 House Far, and Chow. Yeah, headed on that 3 straightaway. Top 2 moving on, Ooh, 3rd place rider, right up to the 2 spot. Here we go. Coming on that back straightaway. 3rd place riders going for the top spot. Coming on through. It's going to be the 87 and the 47. Far and 9 House moving on. Nice try out there, Kachow. Good run. 12 inner coming on that 3 straightaway. 32 out there. Pitslin. Rough Riding Rye and Cam Jam Reich out there. I think that's Cam Jam on the top spot. Coming down that back straightaway, Cam Jam out there. On the 132, he's in there. 2nd qualifying spot going to the 32 bike. It's going to be Jordan Pitslin here out of Randolph, Wisconsin. 13 inner, 33 out there, Zimmerman, Manley, Scaduto. So we had first go around. Yeah, Camden Zimmerman out there, 152. Kegel's Bike Shop. Zach Bungie running team sheet today. We'll see how it goes. Zach. 152. Camden Zimmerman in there with a 160. Manley with a 2. And Speed Queen Scaduto with a 3. Hey, we're looking for Tarn James. The Hunter, Tarn James, looking for you in staging. Yeah, coming back this way, the 15 and the 157 bike. Barnes and Bruner moving on out of moto 34. 35 out there, 41-45 inner. Scholes, Barnes, Fennessy, 1, 2, 3. That's what we had first go around. And that's what we got going on here, 2nd go around. Scholes, Barnes, Fennessy, 1, 2, 3. It looks like that's how it's going to go here. Out of moto 35. 36, 50, 56 and over intermediate. Wright, Pulaski, and Melton. Yeah, it's got to be Stephen Wright out there leading the charge on that 2 straightaway. Pulaski in the 2 again. Top 2 moving on. Wright, Pulaski got things going their way. That's Mrs. Melton out there in the 3 spot as we head into the final turn. Yeah, Wright, Pulaski. It looks like that's how it's going to go here out of moto 36. 37 out there, 8 expert. James Imormino Denson's what we had first go around. The Hunter. Yeah, leading the charge, coming down that 2 straightaway. Look at this guy charge turns, man. He just cruises on through like nobody else. The Hunter leading the charge in that final turn. Looking like the Rocket out there with a 2 and Denson with a 3. So we had first go around. Denson. Well, he's got a good run going down that back straightaway. Here comes Denson across the line to the stripe. The 5 bike's going to hold on to that 2 spot. The Rocket. Imormino. Denson with a 3. 38 out there, 9 Expert, Porter, Hamilton, and Schwartz. Yeah, coming down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Top 2 moving on. Room for 2 here. I got boosted colors holding on to that 2 spot. Let's see if we can get it done out there. Action Jackson. 37 bike. Going to cruise on through. Turbo Turner with Action Jackson Porter in the 79. Hey, Skylar Hertel. We need you. Skylar Hertel. Oh. Got him. Wallace, Bauer, and Hoover. No Hertel out there. So all 3 riders moving on out. Wallace, Bauer, Hoover. Automoto 39. 40 out there, 12 Experts. Ceresa, Shanahan, Manuel, and Schwartz. 4 on the track, 3 moving on. Heading down that first straightaway, Shanahan. She's got the whole shot going on here in turn 1. Coming down that 2 straightaway. Shanahan leading the charge. It's got to be the 15 bike out there in the 2 spot. Jake Ceresa got Manuel sitting 3 on the bubble. Cole Schwartz out there in the 4 spot. All the way here from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Yeah, still Shanahan. Coming back this way, good run here with Shanahan, the 15 bike, and Manuel on the 64 all moving on. Automoto 40, 41, 14 Expert. Looking at Imormino, Moore, and Gray. Hey, Donna Hertel. I like that. I like that picture you sent. That's what I'm aiming for. That's my goal, to get a mustache going like that. All right, Nelson's getting something sorted out up here in 14 Expert. All right, gates down. 14 Expert out there right now. Moto 41, 3 on the track, 2 moving on. Oh, man. That came out of nowhere. State 6 out there, 53 in the top spot. So we got Gray and Moore out there, 1 and 2, coming down that 3 straightaway. LC, Moore out there in the 2, coming into the final turn. Man, it just got serious out here. Jeez. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. Gray and Moore moving on. Automoto 41. This got real serious out there.
I remember the first time I met you, Annabelle, and you disappeared in the creek.
15 Experts, Ceresa, Farr, and Kimball out there. We're still racing. Yeah, top 2 moving on. Ceresa going to give it a good charge on that back straightaway. 5 bikes in there. Kimball with State 1 of Gavin Farr. Ceresa had a good charge. 16 Expert out there, 43, Imormino, Fennessy, Stewart, and Speed Queen Scaduto. Yeah, heading down that 3 straightaway. Top 3 moving on. Man, oh man.
Every window in my house is open.
Coming back this way, looks like the 2 bikes in there. The 91's in there, and the 12 all moving on. 44 on the track right now. Got a boat ride out there with Zanoni and Arrington. Major's not getting wet out there. No way. No way. 21-25 Expert, 45 out there. Wright, Harold, Monahano, and Tubbs. Well, no, what do you got here? Oh, Patulence out there in the 2 spot. Tubbs leading the charge out there. Tubbs and Patulence. In and out of that final turn we go. Again, we're looking at 3 here. So Tubbs is in there, Monahano's in there, and Sir Patulence moving on out of Moto 45. 46 out there, total points race here, and 41-45 expert. Ooh, Landine riding them high, coming on that 2 straightaway around the tower turn again. Kirk Landine, guys, all the way here from Santa Clarita, California. Yeah, buddy. Maddie Poppins. Hold strong, Maddie. Coming on back this way, Landine's going to get another low point out there. Zimmerman's going to get a 2, Scaduto a 3. They'll be all tied up.
Yeah, it looks like it might stop as soon as
Well, yeah, moving on here, 47, 51-55 expert. Melton and Yankee got a good run going here down this 3 straightaway. Melton's going to move it out front. First go around, Melton got the low point. Yankee got a 2 and Rundle a 3. And I think that is how it will go here in Moto 47. Melton going to dial it back in here. Yankee with a 2 and Rundle with a 3. This one's for you, Maddie. Hey, looking for Bo Butler. Bo Butler, Soggy Strider Moto. Looking for... No, I think we got Bo Butler up there. Again, we should have Elo and Dirth Horowitz, Bo Butler, Aiden Arrington, Jackson Hanners, and
You got Ivan mic'd up yet?
Bailey Moore. Ivan's like, nope. You ready to do some announcing?
No.
For the Striders?
Coming into those wet corners, it's gotta be scary. So a couple of the guys, I'd yell out, "Don't die!" That joke doesn't have the same ring as the Striders.
Well, gate is down, and we are rolling out there Strider style.
I'm pretty sure I just hit this.
Oh, we need... Yeah, coming out that first straightaway, Smiley E. Coyote out there in the 385. Moving on into that first turn. Oh, yeah, that's Elo and Dirth Horowitz out there. All of our Strider riders cruising on into Trophy Town. Guys, we've got dry T-shirts down there in the Red Roof Building. Dry T-shirts down there. Red Roof Building. There's a signature Chicken Jockey Minecraft Rockford BMX shirt for sale down there. We've got a bunch. Got some BMX Mom shirts down there. All kinds of stuff. So head down there and grab a dry shirt, guys, for the ride home.
Thank you, Kai.
Yeah, coming on that back straightaway, I see the 385 bike, Smiley E. Coyote out there. Coming back this way to the stripe. It's Elo and Dirth Horowitz moving on into Trophy Town. Here we go. Ivan's got the trophies going out to the Strider riders there at the finish line. Yeah, Smiley E. Coyote says, give me that trophy. Give me that trophy. Another one for the shelf. Nice job, Smiley. 579, Bailey Moore coming on through with a big old smile, waiting for that trophy there. Nice job. And guys, as always, great job, all of our Strider riders. Great job out there.
the kids, to the littles.
Yeah, guys, how about a nice shout out to Stephen Wright out there handing out some candy in the finish line. That's awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Ivan, that's your new signature song right there. All right, guys, we do have a couple of awards to give out here. So let's get a little soggy. Come on down here to the starting hill. If you guys would, join me down here at the starting hill. And I need to see a couple of our brand new intermediate riders. We need to see Mackay Manley and Kinsley Zimmerman down here, a.k.a. Crafty Kins. Hey, and also real quick, I need to see Zayden Williams down here as well. And also the parents of Zayden Williams need to see you guys down here at the starting hill. All right, come on down here, guys. Come on down to the starting hill. Where's Zayden Williams at? Somebody grab Zay. Let's get him down here. Zayden Williams, where you at, buddy? Grab your dad and grandpa, too, and come bring them down here. Who's got Zayden Williams down there? Grab him and get him up here.
Hey, don't be scaring the little children. He scared me first.
She's intimidating.
I know.
She's really intimidating. Is Zayden coming? Okay.
Nice mustache.
There he comes. Thank you, finally. First mustache I've had in 43 years. 44 next week. And no one says a word about it out here. And John Bross shows up. He was supposed to match with me, and he didn't even have it.
Hey, Garrett, grab something on your lip.
Yeah, I know.
Food on your lip.
A little dirty. All right, Zay's coming. I just saw him cruising. All right, well, let Zane. There he is. Hey, Zane, is your grandpa here? Are they coming down? Okay, they can probably hear us. All right, guys, we've got a few rock stars up here today. Let's introduce you to them. A couple of new intermediate riders in the house. We'll start it out first. This guy, he hasn't been here too much lately. He's been playing a little baseball and doing some other stuff. But he's representing the Fly Zone proudly. And let's make some noise for him, guys. Your newest intermediate rider, Mr. Mackay Manley. Nice job, Mackay. And it's good to have Mia back as well, wherever you're at, Mia. Good to have you guys back. And this next rider, proudly doing it for the Kegels Bike Shop. Now, just looking at her, you think that'd be one of the sweetest riders out here. Let me tell you something else. She gets in a turn, she will take you clear over the top of it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for one of the sweetest and fiercest riders, Crafty Kinsley Zimmerman. Nice job, Kins. He's one. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, guys, and you know, every week we've been doing this track MVP, guys. So we're watching. We're watching over here at the finish line. We're watching what happens behind the scenes. We're taking notes, and we're picking riders every week to go home with a signature Pro Model T-shirt. The Hawk got one last week. Show him the signature Pro Model T-shirt. He got one last week. And this next rider, we want to award with this week's track MVP. And I just learned he just picked up a brand new sponsor joining the Boosted crew. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy came all the way from Beginners League, and Mark knew right off the bat that first straightaway he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Ladies and gentlemen, this week's track MVP, the Z-Man, Zayden Williams. Here you go, buddy. Hopefully that's the right size. You'll grow into it. Nice job, Zayden. Guys, let's hear it for him one more time. All three of our riders, our two newest intermediates, and this week's track MVP, the Z-Man, Zayden Williams. Go up there and get a picture with him. You guys both got your shirts on. The best dressed man. You're awesome, Redley. Yeah, guys, if you want to get any pictures, feel free to cruise up. All right, y'all, let's hear it for them one more time. Our two newest intermediate riders and this week's track MVP, the Z-Man, Zayden Williams. Nice job, guys. Jake turned the rain off just for you guys. You must be special. And congrats, Z-Man, on the Boosted sponsorship. Yeah, guys, again, we're looking for people every week. We're looking at the finish line, see who's giving high fives. Right now, we're going to need some trophy cards. Kegel's Bike Shop, we need 4 volunteers for trophy cards down here at the finish line. And again, we can't get those mains started without them, guys. So 4 volunteers, step up and head down to that finish line so we can get these mains going. I haven't seen anybody yet. Connor Fennessy, want to hand out some trophy cards? We need 4 volunteers, guys, at the finish line to hand out some trophy cards. Somebody's not getting a track MVP t-shirt. Hey guys, 4 volunteers, head on down to the finish line. Here comes somebody running. Is that Rough Riding Rye? You want to come grab these? You are the bomb. You going to help us too? Okay. We got to get Gianna Roby back out here. There's 15 people down there waiting when Gianna's here. All right, there's somebody else down there, guys. Who didn't make a main today? Who didn't make a main? Wants to hand out some trophy cards. I just heard 4 people. Me. These are the kind of things you look for with the signature MVP Pro Model T-shirt deals. You look to see who steps up to help there at the finish line. I'm just saying. Look at all the kids running. There's going to be 40 kids down there now in a second. Just watch. Guys, main events. We're going to get started here in just a minute with the main events. And Zayden Williams, we got a couple more T-shirt transfers down there with your name on them. If anybody wants one. Guys, we make a couple extra transfers for those track MVPs each week, so there's always a couple extras down there in the Red Roof building if you want to support your friends and pick up their signature Pro Model T-shirt. Yeah, guys, main event time. And ready to go. Hey, somebody lost some earrings. We got some earrings down in the bike shop. If you lost your Pat Harold, if you lost your earrings, they're down in the bike shop. Kegel's Bike Shop. If you lost your earrings, that's where they're at. And Justin Scaduto, Aaron Foster said, let's step it up out there in the mains. All right. Guys, thanks for braving the weather with us here. I know we got some scattered showers out here. But thanks for braving the weather. Jake's put a lot of time and effort into this BMX track just in case the rain decides to roll in next week and rain on our parade with Midwest Nationals. So a lot of work's gone in, guys, this last couple months to gluing this track and getting it prepped for the Midwest Nationals. So a little bit of rain, no problemo. Nelly B! Well, we got main event time locked and loaded up there. Nelly B gives me the big thumbs up, and we are ready to rip. Moto 178 Local Open, main event time. Here we go. Well, yeah, gate is down, and here we go. Main events are rolling out there. Bross, James, Denson, Simmons, the Hunter on the gas. He's got Denson right there in his hip pocket as we move into that first turn. Look at that first turn, already dried off. Kai's been down there going Hunter. Tarn James out there rounding that tower turn here down the 3 straightaway. Denson hot on his heels in the 2 spot. Meow in the 3-3. We got Saucy Brossi out there in the 4. So we head down that 3rd straightaway into the final turn. It's all the Hunter. Tarn James on the gas. Coming back this way to the stripe. The Hunter racking up a win nice and early here. Looks like Denson will get a 2. Meow a 3. And Saucy Brossi with the 4. 9-10 Local Open out there, Moto 2, Porter, Reyes, Bilal, Bauer, Hamilton, Gustafson, Foley, and Hoover. Gold Cup 3 out front right now. It's got to be Lucas. Nope, that's got to be Adam Foley out there. Foley in the top spot. Heading down that 3 straightaway, single file, nice and easy down that 3 straightaway to the final turn. Crown Point, Indiana in the house, the Gold Cup 3, Adam Foley. Looks like he's going to lead the charge back this way for the win here in 9-10 Local Open. Foley going to bring it on back. 14's going to get the 2. Guys, 14 gets the 2. Flash Reyes with a 2-14 bike. Nice job. Flash Reyes with a charge to the stripe. 11-12 local open. Now, yeah, Nayland, Schwartz, and Ortigason. Gates down. We got Nayland, 44 bike, jumping out front in a hurry. Coming back this way. Boosted colors out there. Again, congratulations to the Z-Man, Zayden Williams, on the new Boosted sponsorship out there. Nice job, Zay. Yeah, and out of that second turn and coming on the 3 straightaway. Boosted colors out there. Liam Nayland, 44 bike. Zayden, just watch this guy. Just watch Liam Nayland do exactly what he does. Nayland coming back this way, nice and easy. He's going to get the win out there in 11-12 local open. Yeah, it's looking like the 23. Cole Schwartz out there. Schwartz will get a 2 in the 5:53. Caleb Ortigason with a 3 on a Moto 3. 4 on the track right now. 13-14 local open. Dahl, Gray, Lee, and Moore. Single file style, they go down that 3 straightaway. It's going to be Hot Rod Lee. Logan Lee out there in the State 4. He's looking for a sponsor out here. Or is he still on the Rip Crew? Coming back this way, the State 4, Hot Rod Lee in there with the win. Dahl's going to get a 2. State 6 of Gray and Moore on the 53. 5 out there, 15-16 local open. Wright, Dahl, Imormino. Yeah, 964, Christopher Wright out there. Leading the charge fly zone style as we head down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Wright. This one's not a total points race. How they finish up is how they'll finish on the day. Wright coming on through with a win. Looking like the 3 bike. Chase Dahl out there with a 2. Imormino with a 3 on a Moto 5. Moto 6, 8 in the girls cruiser. Flora Henderson, 2 bikes, got a couple low points out there. Isla Henderson's got a pair of deuces, and Ninehouse has a couple 3s. So what you see on the track right now is how they should finish up here. Flora Henderson, Isla Henderson, and Riley Ninehouse. Hey, Braley Wynn, we need you in the gate. Braley Wynn. She's all tied up, too, 5 points each with the star. So, Braley Wynn, we got to get you up in that gate. Coming on back this way, that's how it'll finish up here. Moto 6. Flora Henderson, Isla Henderson, Riley Ninehouse, 1, 2, 3 out of Moto 6. Yeah, gates down. Win is a no-show out there, so I think what we see on the track right now is what we're going to get here. Shanahan with a win and the star Henderson with a 2. That's how it's going to go here. Out of Moto number 7. Again, Ryland Shanahan, Nag 8 Bikes, going to get the win out there. And the stars, Ariah Henderson, will take the 2. 21-30 women's cruiser. Gates down, coming down that first straightaway. Basage has a couple low points out there. Melton has a couple 2s. And Barnes has a couple 3s. And this one should seal the deal for Basage with a win out there. Melton with a 2 and Barnes with a 3. Trophy cards, how they cross the line is how they're going to finish up here in Moto 8. Again, Renata Basage taking the big win. Dana Melton with a 2 and Dawn Barnes with a 3 out of Moto 8. 9 out there, 9 cruiser. James Foley Reyes, not a total points race. Yeah, Foley Reyes showed up to battle here at the Rock today as we move on into that first turn. Let's see who's got the whole shot out there. Gold Cup colors, Gold Cup 3, Adam Foley out there. And around that tower turn we go, 14 bike. Flash Reyes out there with a 2, the Hunter, Tarn James. He's got the 3 going his way as we head down that third straightaway. Again, not a total points race. All 3 riders qualify to get here. So we bring it on back this way. Gold Cup 3, Adam Foley going to cruise on through with the win. 14 bike, Flash Reyes with a 2, and the Hunter, Tarn James with a 3. Moto 9. 10 out there, 10 cruiser. This one is all over in points here. So Jace Boy Wallace, 713 bike, has 3 points as of right now. The Menace, Skylar Hertel, has 4 points, and Ninehouse has 5. As we head down that back straightaway, the Menace, Skylar Hertel. Ooh, going to cruise on through. That one's going to do it for Hertel in the win. So Hertel gets the win out there. I think Wallace got a 2 and Ninehouse a 3. So what you guys got? Hertel, Wallace, 9 house. So Hertel got the win out there. Wallace with a 2 in the 713 bike. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. 9 house with a 3 out there at a Moto 10. 11 coming on through, 1 bike. Oh, Melanster, he's going to get the win out there. They were all tied up, 3 points each. 3 bike of the Storm got a 2, and Frostbite got a 3 out there. So how they cross the lines, how they'll finish up. Out of Moto 11. 12 out there, 4650 Cruiser, Fortner, Andrews, Bertram Jr., Meekum, and Mini Mangler. So we come down that back straightaway. The Mangler, George Andrews, going to cruise on through with a win out there. Fortner with a 2. Andrews, numero dos, with a trace. Bertram Jr. and Meekum out of Moto 12. 13 out there, 5660 Cruiser, Pulaski, Wright, Melton, and Langer. Yeah, it's got to be Melton out front right now, coming down that 2 straightaway. It's got to be the 29 bike. Again, shout out to Stephen Wright out there handing out candy to our Strider riders today. That was pretty cool of Stephen Wright. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, Melton coming back this way. Melton with a big win here. Well, 5 and under novice, guys. We are sitting 8 wide in this main event. Man, calling it right now. This one's going to be a heater. We got to introduce you to the cast and crew out here. Guys, all we ask, we're going to read these names one by one. We're going to ask you to make some noise for them. They're going to give you a little wave to the crowd. Just a reminder, no autographs until after the finish line, please. Let's start it out first. Out of Genoa, Illinois, in the 198 bike. Doing it for Young Guns, Emerson Hayward. Yeah, out of Caledonia, Illinois, in your 552, recent graduate of our Beginners League program, Leo Embry. Out of Belvedere, Illinois, in your 547 bike, Oliver Newton. Out of right here in Rockford, Illinois, in your 514, picked up a sponsor for the Twisted Racing crew, Drew Campton. Out of Oregon, Illinois, in your 545 bike, Mr. Callan Shornack. Out of Winnebago, Illinois, doing it on your 556 bike, Jamison Nelson. Out of Roscoe, Illinois, in your 58 bike, doing it for the Kegels Bike Shop crew, Halloway Scaduto. And last but not least, doing it right here in Rockford, Illinois, for the Twisted crew in the 516, Hurricane Josie Viance. Yeah, 5 and under novice, 8 wide, locked and loaded here. Gates up, and here we go. Oh, yeah, 5 and under novice main event. The gate's on, and we are rolling 4 wide to the Rockford drop. Oh, I see Embry on the outside. Embry's got a good pop going here into the first turn. 3 wide to Bermzil. Let's see who's got that hold shot. Oh, Embry on the outside. Oh, Ryder diving in low and taking on that hold shot. I think that's Josie Viance out there. Oh, no. Oh, Viance and Embry got together. 514 bike going around the wreckage. That's got to be Drew Campton out there. We'll get those down riders checked out, guys, and we get those down riders back up. You got to show them a lot of love out there. Oh, man, they're both back up looking for some pedals. Let's hear it for them, guys. Man, battling for the win. 514 bike checking out right now. That's Drew Campton coming down that back straightaway. Rockford, give them a little more love out there. Leo Embry and Hurricane Josie. 514 coming back this way for the big win here. Drew Campton with a big win. Battling for the 2. Battling for the 2. The 198 bike's going to get the 2 out there. That's Emerson Hayward. Rockford 5 and under novice main events. Wow. Leo Embry's back up. Hurricane Josie's back up. Man, tough break out there. Gates down, 6 novice out there. Moto 15 looking at Nayland, Foster, and Giles. Guys, we appreciate you making noise for those 5 and under novice riders. It means more to them than I can tell you. Yeah, coming down that first straightaway, that's got to be Lightning Lily out there with a hole shot. Coming down the 2 straightaway, Lightning Lily out there. Arlo Wild sitting on the 2. It's got to be Giles in the 3. Around that tower turn we go. Lightning Lily, boosted BMX colors, leading the charge down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. She's got a couple of low points here, so this one should do it on the win. Lightning Lily in and out of that final turn. Arlo Foster out there, a.k.a. Arlo Wild on the 189 bike. Looks like he's going to hold on to the 2 out there. And Jackson Giles with a 3 as we come on back to the tower. Lightning Lily cruising on through for the big win here in 6 novice. Arlo Wild. Arlo Foster is going to get the 2 out there in the 562 of Jackson Giles with a 3 out of Moto 15. 16 out there, that's got to be 7 novice. Granados, Lance, and Scootin' Newton. Not a total points race. All 3 riders qualified to get here. As we head down that back straightaway, got a battle going for 1 and 2. Oh, here we go. Back to the stripe, the 239, Racing Grayson. Yeah, Lance going to cruise on through for the big win here in 7 novice. 215 back of Scootin' Newton with a tootin'. And Granados with a 3 out of Moto 16. Main Moto 17 out there, 8 novice, Simmons, Campton, and Tubbs. Yeah, coming down that 3 straightaway, Meow, Simmons chalking up, number 9 out there. 9 wins for Meow, headed into Midwest Nationals. Looking for that big hardware. Yeah, coming down that back straightaway, Kegel's Bike Shop, Zach Bungie. Okay. Bungie picked the right winner today. Meow with a win out there. Campton's going to get a 2, and the best dressed man in BMX, Renly Tubbs out there with a 3 out of Moto 17. No, she's got 9 after that one. She's got 1 more. Meow Sippins. Meow Simmons going for the Midwest Nats win. She's calling it right now. She's training after races today. 9 novice on the track right now. Rodriguez, Hirshiguchi, Fahey, Hall, and Roby. Yeah, coming down that back straightaway. Cross the line. Drag race to the stripe. Here we go. The 143 is going to get the win. 548 of Fahey with a 2. Man. The Predator, Jace Rodriguez, taking home the win. Fahey and the 548 got the 2. Nice battle out there. Oh, Moto 19 out there, 11 novice, big squeeze. Bella Tim out there, threw on the blinker. She moves out front, 42 bike in the 2 spot. That's Mia Manley. Got the mechanic fixing her out there, and Drama Raider with him. Right now it's all the State 5. Bella Tim lead the charge on that 3 straightaway to the final turn. Yeah, threw on that blinker in turn 1. Oh, Manley almost went for it there. Tim leading the charge on that back straightaway. Manley trying to play a little catch up here across the line to the stripe. The State 5. Tim's going to get the win out there. 42. Manley with a 2. The 664. The mechanic with a 3. And the 59. Drama Raider with a 4. Moto 20 out there. 12 novice. Looking at Spate, Ortigas, and Hayward, and Patzer. Around that tower turn we go. Ooh, nice move there in turn 2. Third place rider moves to 2. They got a bar-to-bar battle going on down there. Caleb Ortigason, 553 bike. Recent graduated beginners league. Look at him go. I think this is win 3 or 4 in a row for this guy. Coming on back this way, Caleb Ortigason. Nice job out there, Caleb. 553 bike. Got a good battle here for 2. 234. Jackson Hayward got the 2. Trophy cards, 234 got the 2. Nice battle. Well, 15 novice out there, Moto 21. Looks like Alexander Crane's got a couple low points. And Scuduto, I've gotten like 17 texts from Foster saying, you better step it up in the main, Scuduto. Coming back this way, 148 bike, Alexander Crane's going to get the win out there. The 145, Velarde with a 2, Wallen with a 3. Good battle out there for them. Out of Moto 21. 22 out there. Oh, win! Jumping in low. Jumping out front right now. Colin Russell's got a couple low points, but Braley Wynn wants to get him 1 lap out there. Just 1 lap. Coming down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Wallen out there. Russell's got a couple low points, but Wynn's just wanting to get him 1 lap here to let him know I'll see you at Midwest Nationals. Coming down that back straightaway. Russell going to try to get it back. Here we go. Across the line. To the stripe. Russell's going to get the win out there in the 267 bike. 48 a win with a 2. And a 566 with a 3 out of Moto 22. 23 out there. 26-35 novice. Yeah, Squirrely Willie out there has got a low point win locked up here. Squirrely Willie gets that look in his eye, man. I've seen it. He comes around that second turn. He's got that crazy look in his eye. Whew. Nelson out there with a 2. Lance with a 3. That's what we've had first and second go-round. That one should seal the deal. Squirrely Willie. He's going to get the win out there. Squirrely style on the top spot. 8:28. Kyle Nelson's going to get the 2, and Jacob Lance with a 3 out there in Moto 23. 24, 36-40 novice. Looks like Chad Dirth Horwich in the 212 has a couple low points. This one should lock the deal up on the win. And Falzone should have a 2 out there. JJ Tuggle should have a 3. I think that's how it'll go here in main Moto 24. Yeah, trophy cards as they come across the line. The 212 got the win. 212 got the win. 527, Falzone got the 2, and the 149, the Tuggle, got the 3. 46-50 novice out there, main Moto 25. Not a total points race here. Hanson, Barnes, Rodriguez, Candyman Barnes. Yeah, he's got the charge going around that tower turn. Ooh, good berm battle in the second turn there with Hanson, Rodriguez. Bumping elbows, coming down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Right now it's all the Candyman, JT Barnes. Barnes leading the charge on that back straightaway. He's going to bring it on home for the win here. The Candyman JT Barnes. 720 bike's going to get the 2. Christopher Hansen. Steven Rodriguez with a 3 out of 25. 26-6 inner. Rogers, Nusser, all tied up. 3 points each. Here we go. Headed down that 2 straightaway. Rogers taking that dive bomb in turn 2. She's going to try to hold on to the big win here. She's got her hands full with Bentley Nusser coming down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Nusser, Rogers, one-on-one battle. Saucy Brossy back there in the 3 spot. But right now the action's up here with 1 and 2. Rogers and Nusser. Here we go. Across the line. Miracle Girl. Rogers going to get the win out there. Nusser with a 2. And guys, shout out to Saucy Brossy, his first intermediate race ever out there. Nice job, Owen. Good job, buddy. First intermediate race in the books. Yeah, thanks. And we got 7 inner out there, main Moto 27. Dempsey, Rogers, Rainey Wagner, and the Mini Locomotive. Yeah, in and out of that final turn we go. Headed on the back straightaway. I think that's the 118. Chase Rainey Wagner. No, that's the 115. AJ Dempsey with a big win here. Mini Locomotive with a 2. We got the 13 bike. The Wrath Rogers with a 3. Rainey Wagner with a 4. Out of main Moto 27. Main Moto 28 out there. 9 inner. Gustafson, Barnes, Wallace, and Zimmerman. Crafty Kins. No problem in the intermediate class for her. Yeah, buddy. Coming down that 3 straightaway. That's got to be Fly Zone colors out there. The Gap Man, Wallace in the top spot. Crafty Kins in the mix. Oh, she moves back to the 3. It's got to be Backflip Gustafson out there in the 2 spot. Oh, here we go. Cross the line and to the stripe. Wallace going to hold on to the big win here. Gustafson with a 2. Crafty Kins. And the 21, a Tristan Barnes. Nice job, Kinsley. First intermediate race for her as well. 10 inner out there. Moto 29, 9 House Far. And the Z-Man, Zayden Williams, coming down that 2 straightaway. Yeah, it's got to be 9 House and Far battling out there. Williams out there in the 217. He's going to get it fired back up down that 3 straightaway. Another rider just turned intermediate out there, Zayden Williams. Coming on the back straightaway, 9 House Far. Good battle going on up front here as we cross the line and bring it on home to the stripe. 87 bike of Dayton Far with a win out there. 47 bike of Gregory 9 House with a 2. And the Z-Man, Zayden Williams with a 3 out there. Out of Moto 29. 30 on the track right now, 12 inner lane. Pittsland, Myers, Cam Jam Reich. Yeah, State 5 out there, Easton Myers. Paul, how many wins does Easton Myers have? He's got to be getting up there too. Yeah, and out of that final turn we go. Hey, Paul. He's got to be up there around the 16, 17, 18 mark. Easton Myers chalking up another win here. Battles for the 2 with Hawk Lane and the 132, Cam Jam Reich. Cam Jam Reich with a 2. Hawk Lane got the 3 out there. Out of main Moto 30. Main Moto 31, 13 inner. Camden Zimmerman's got a couple low points. This one should seal the deal in the win out there. Mackay Manley with a 2. And again, congrats to Mackay Manley, our other rider, racing their first intermediate race out here. And he did just fine to me. Scuduto with a 3. Oh, look at this. Little bragging rights. One-on-one battle up front with Zimmerman and Manley coming on back. Zimmerman, big win here and 13 inner. Manley with a 2 and Speed Queen Scuduto with a 3. Out of Main Moto 31. Main Moto 32 out there, 15 inner. Bruner, Barnes, Niesman, Rivera. Yeah, it's going to be Niesman around that 2-turn we go and headed down the 3 straightaway. Niesman, 110 bike. It's got to be Sharkbait out there with a 2 spot. Bruner with a 3 and Caden Barnes out there. That's how it's going as we head down that back straightaway. 110 bike, Mason Niesman. Oh, Sharkbait gave him a good run, but Niesman's going to hold on to the win there. Sharkbait with a 2. Out of Moto 32, 33 out there. Scholes, Barnes, Fennessy. 41, 45 inner. Scholes, he's got a couple low points. This one should do the win for him out there on the 82 bike, Jeff Schultz. 125 bike, Jeremy Barnes with a 2. And the 126 bike, Fennessy with a 3 out of Moto 33. Dustin, racing the National? Okay. It's got to feel good. It's got to feel right. You know? That's how I felt about this mustache. It's got to feel good. It's got to feel right. 56 and over inner out there, Main Moto 34, Wright, Pulaski, Bloom coming down that 2 straightaway. Yeah, it's got to be the 100 bike out there, Stephen Wright. Oh, Bloom thought about it. Bloom moves into the 2, Pulaski. Little high-low down that 3 straightaway. Pulaski goes. He's going to try to reel in Wright here as we head into the final turn. Yeah, Wright, Pulaski, Bloom, 1, 2, 3, heading down that back straightaway. Stephen Wright in the 100 bike coming on through for the win here. Wright, Pulaski, Bloom again. Shout out to Stephen Wright. Going down there on the finish line and handing out candy to all of our Strider riders. That was super cool. Stephen Wright down there. Pulaski with a 2 and Bloom with a 3 out of Main Moto 34. 35 out there, 8 expert. The Hunter. Tarn James has a couple low points. Guys, the Red Roof building down there. Still time to grab a t-shirt on the way home. Let us know if you want a shirt of your rider, a signature t-shirt. Let us know down there. We can make it happen, guys. The Hunter, Tarn James, and the 1 bike going to cruise on through. He's going to get the win. Looking like Denson. He's got to get an overall 3 trophy cards. And Imormino got an overall 2 on the 5 bike. So trophy cards, 5 bike got the 2. 22 bike got the 3. 9 expert out there. Moto 36, not a total points race. Porter, Hamilton, Foley. Yeah, coming down that back straightaway. Gold Cup 3, Adam Foley in the top spot. Across the line, we go into the stripe. He'll dial in a win here in 9 expert. 37 bike, Turbo Tanner with a 2. And the 79 Action Jackson with a 3. Oh, no. Pile up on that first straightaway. 10 expert, Bilal, Imormino, Wallace, Bauer, and Hoover. Oh, still racing out there. We're getting those down riders back up. Let's get Marley Man checked out there. And the battle's up front. Here we go. Bar to bar on that back straightaway. Bringing it back to the tower. Anybody's race up there in the top spot. Cross the line to the stripe. The 1 bike's going to get the win out there. Imormino. Lucas Bilal with a 2. We got our down riders back up. Getting Marley Man checked out over there. Guys, I need lots of love for the Marley Man. That's one of the nicest guys you'll meet out here. He's going to get back to the pedals. As always, guys, thanks so much for getting behind our riders out here, showing them lots of love. And while you're at it, how about lots of love for our track crew out there, standing in the rain for us out here. We love you guys and appreciate you very much. Marley Man, he's back up to the pedals. He's going to finish out strong. Tough break there, and 10 expert, man. 11 expert out there, 12 expert. Ceresa, Shanahan, Manuel, Stewart, and Nayland. Yeah, 44 bike of Nayland, charging down that first straightaway into the first turn, a.k.a. Bermzilla. Nayland out there in the top spot. Look at that. Just got pouring rain out there, and they are carving those turns hard. No problemo. 44 bike of Nayland leading the charge. Got Shanahan out there in the nag 6 on the 2 spot. In and out of that final turn, Rocket Ray. Oh, he's going to try to turn it up down that back straightaway. Shanahan on the 2. Here comes Rocket Ray. Nailing the 44 is going to bring it on in for the win. Rocket Ray with a 2. Shanahan with a 3. 15 is Ceresa. Manuel on the 64. 14 expert out there. 39 Lee, Dahl, Moore, and Gray. Yeah, part of ours. We move on into that first turn. Oh, the big squeeze. Yeah, it's going to be the State 4. Hot Rod Lee out there in the State 4. The 1 bike and the 2 spot. It's going to be Dahl. Around that 2 turn we go. Down the 3 straightaway. Moore back there in the 3. LC Gray in the 4 as we move on into that final turn. Right now it's all Hot Rod Lee in the State 4. Going to bring it on home for the win. 1 bike going to cruise on through for the 2. That's Dahl. Ooh, 53 and Moore got the 3, I think. Trophy cards, 53 and Moore got the 3. LC got the 4. Good battle. 15 expert out there. Farr, Kimball, Lakota, Henderson. Yeah, it's got to be Hunter Kimball out there. 5 bike. Power FX Speedco colors moving on into that final turn and headed down the back straightaway. Oh, locomotive colors out there. Lakota taking over that lead spot for the win. 5 bike. Oh, Kimball held on to the 2. Henderson got the 3. Farr with a 4. Nice try, Cobby Henderson. That was a good push for that, too, but didn't quite get it. But, man, nice try out there. 16 expert, Imormino, Stewart, Adams, Scuduto, Schroba, and Dahl. Yeah, it's got to be Adams out there, 38 bike. Eli Adams leading the charge in the final turn and headed down the back straightaway. Schroba out there in the 2 spot. He's got company coming in the 3. Cross the line to the stripe. Adams in there. Schroba, 3 bike, 2 bike, 91 bike. So Dahl, Imormino, Stewart. 17-20 expert out there, Zanoni, Ferguson, and Arrington. And Zanoni is a no-show. So Ferguson, Arrington. Ferguson's going to get the win. Arrington with a 2 out there at a Moto 42. Well, yeah, 21-25 expert, Fortner, Basage, Harold, Manahano, Tubbs, and Nelson. Yeah, headed down that first straight. That's got to be Fortner. Fortner out front right now, coming down the 2 straightaways. Zachary Fortner, 57 bike. Whoa, 105 bike, and Nelson out there with a 2 spot. Manahano sitting 3s. We bring it down that 3 straightaway. Yeah, right now it's all Fortner, 57 bike. Coming down that back straightaway. He's got company here. Across the line we go into the stripe. Fortner going to get the win here. The 105 of Devin Nelson with a 2. Manahano with a 3. 45 of Tubbs and Patulence. 44 out there, 41-45 expert, Landine. He's got a couple low points out there. Scuduto and Zimmerman are all tied up. And the fate of Scuduto on Facebook tomorrow morning depends on this race right here. Because Foster is watching, and he's watching Zimmerman jump right in there with a 2 spot. Coming down that back straightaway, Kirk Landine with a win, Zimmerman with a 2, and Scuduto's going to hear all about it from Foster, and he knows he is. 51-55 out there, 45. Looks like Melton's got a couple of low points. This one should do it for the win here. Yankee with a 2, Rundle with a 3. Teams, get those team sheets up here. Bring it on up, buddy. Thanks, dude. Hey, you've been getting real fast out there. Nice job. All right, I got Midwest Militia. Bungy's going to need like 20 minutes down there to do some math with the Kegels team sheet. All right, let's see how we're looking here.
I don't have any locks up here to lock anything.
Hey, Jake, we're looking for some locks. You get that, Nelson? Bungie, use the phone calculator. Jeez, come on now. And then he sends Oliver to bring it up here. What a guy. What a guy. Poor Oliver. Bar end? We got a Mach 1 bar end up there with Nelson guys in the gate. Mach 1 bar end if you lost it off your handlebars.
Three-way taper first.
Check out your handlebars. All right, here's how it's going to go with teams. Third place, 28 points, Midwest Militia. Second place with 29 points, Boosted. And a three-way tie with 31 points between Fly Zone, Kegels, and Twisted. 31 points each. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for the Midwest Nationals. Again, check Facebook for that post. There's a pin post with all your info, times, and directions on when to come in the park right there on Facebook. So check that out, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Garrett.
Oh, yeah. He rocks it in the rain, man.